Well, shit. I was hoping there would be something other than what there is. But there is what there is. Georgia and I believe a lady from Michigan, I believe, have both kind of, in a sense, responded to the lawsuit from Texas. The response was pretty much, that's bullshit. Like, that's pretty much it. The dude from Georgia said it's unconstitutional, it's untrue, and it's not good. It is actually constitutional. What you did was unconstitutional, and it's it's not good. It's not good one way or another. No matter what, shit's gonna be bad. Like, it's gonna be bad no matter what. I see it in the comments. I see it from people. Somebody who believes that doing the whole fucking thing over again in these 4 states is better than adhering to the rules that have been established and used and followed for every year that there has been an election, except this one. Everybody just really wants a revote so bad. I keep hearing revote so much. No, that isn't going to happen. If it does, I'd be fucking amazed. But we don't do that. What we do is we set down ground rules for how the election's going to go. And then we follow those through to the end of the election. 4 states decided in like September, August, October to fucking change rules. And they decided to do it without legislative approval. This is written into our Constitution. Like, this process is written into our Constitution. So what they want, what I imagine that Texas would like to have, is they would like for these 4 states to do a reassessment, an audit, if you will, of the mail-in votes, and they would like to have the audit use the rules that were established before this year, as opposed to the rules that were just changed to be this year's rules because we need Joe Biden. Right? That's the point of this. We would like for all of the mail-in ballots to be held to the same standard that they were held to in the last election. All the last-minute, unofficial, unconstitutional changes that were put into place, we would like those dialed back, and we would like the ballots counted as to the rules as they are, not as everybody simply wishes them to be. Right? There's no need to do a revote. There's no need to vote all over again. And it's not like I'm afraid of voting. I don't give a fuck. It's a lot of fucking effort for a lot more bullshit all over again. You think the Democrats aren't going to sue over a fucking called revote? You think that that's just going to go by? You think they're going to go, okay, well, what we're going to do is we're just going to revote. First of all, who the fuck is going to say that? Like, who has the authority to declare that? I don't even know. Who would even have the authority to declare that? Nevertheless, here we are in this position. And I would imagine that the states gave in their response to the Supreme Court, 3 o'clock this afternoon, like they were supposed to. I imagine. I don't know. And I don't know where it's gone yet because nobody's reporting it. The only thing I'm hearing reported is that it's happening, right? And that there's like 18 states now that are wanting to be involved in this shit. Like half the country almost doesn't want Joe Biden to be president. Interesting that almost half the country doesn't want Joe Biden to be president. But here's the thing. What happens if Joe Biden becomes president? And then starts doing things that affect, let's say, Texas. Say, for instance, Joe Biden jumps on the no borders bandwagon and says we don't have borders. Like, dumb fucking states like California, they're going to be like, cool. States like Texas, though, might have a problem with that shit. States like Florida might have a problem with that shit. I'm just... And what happens if they have a problem with that shit? Do they sue the government? Like, are we going to have Texas versus the United States of America? To say we don't want to have just anybody walk into our fucking state that wants to, and then we have to just take them? Like, this is the shit that Brexit was about. There was a lot more to it than that, but this is part and parcel of the shit that Brexit was about. So, I don't know. You got, in like places like Oregon, you've got people that want to make certain cities their own state just so that the rest of the actual state doesn't have to live by their city craziness. You've had all of these people flood out of California just so that they can take their stupidity elsewhere, and you've got people in those states who are getting pissed off about it. Dude, a lot of people, like Chuck Schumer, think that now we're going to change America. Well, what happens when certain parts of America don't want changed? What do you do then? So this shit, it's going to be interesting no matter what. But, I don't know. This shit could get really, really fucking crazy with the Joe Biden presidency. Like, if you thought Donald Trump's presidency had a whole bunch of fucking unprecedented shit in it, just wait until Joe Biden and far leftist policies quite literally rip this country apart. Because you're going to have states, you're going to have districts, you're going to have counties, you're going to have cities, you're going to have townships that are going to be like, no, we're not doing that. And, the states have their own autonomy, more or less. So we're going to have, again, the country's going to say, we don't want your stinking immigrants to come here illegally. And certain places are going to go, we'll be sanctuaries for your immigrants. Send them our way. Right? But what happens when the country says we want to be a sanctuary country and certain states go, fuck you? Right? Like, what happens if they decide they want to do a lot more socialist programs and certain states go, fuck you? I mean, we're already seeing it happen. A break between the states and the government. Look at weed. How many states have weed legal in certain ways, and yet federally? We're in for interesting times. Like, no matter what, shit's starting to pull apart at the seams here. And it has been for years. So, dude, Donald Trump turned it up a notch. And honestly, Donald Trump, Joe Biden, no matter who it is that inevitably comes out the winner as the President of the United States, I think it's going to get turned up another couple of notches. We're really gonna see what we're made of as a country if we can survive this and stay whole. But I don't know, man. Leftist nonsense. We're gonna have to see what path it ultimately leads us down. But no matter what, it ain't good.